What's up guys, back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga. This time I'll be reacting to volume 17, the chapters The Unseen and Night of Miracles, which obviously you're going to cover where we left off last time with the demons now going to be looking to descend upon, I'm not really sure where to call where we are, this kind of mountain land that we're taking refuge in, that being the Holy Iron Chain Knights. Got a really good look at them last episode, especially Farnese. I'm just going to actually go back. There's a few images before that chapter page as well, but we had obviously Guts getting captured, losing the fight against Farnese. Funny enough, again there was some divine intervention potentially there, maybe demonic intervention, maybe just absolute luck potentially, that let Farnese win that, especially as she just absolutely blind straight Guts, closed eyes and everything, and yeah, somehow ended up beating him. Even though he was in terrible condition, he was always going to lose that fight, I think. But he definitely went quite crazy on him in the last reaction, didn't she? Obviously, Guts kind of questioning her faith and her as a person, calling her hollow, as well as her religion. You can definitely understand her actions. But yeah, honestly, a shame Guts didn't talk about his kind of demonic situation. Lucky he's on the outskirts of town. I did mention this. If he was in the middle, it would actually help Guts, because everyone would kind of be aware that there are demons and probably let him loose to actually help with the demons, but he's on the edge of town, so I guess that kind of saves some of the civilians, or soldiers should I say. Saves them getting killed by demons, but also puts Guts in quite a predicament, doesn't it? Yeah, it's some really interesting stuff. And yeah, it's a little cutie bit at the end of last chapter, but we obviously had a little look at the cover before, and almost kind of really realistic photo of Guts right there. But we also have this, which looks to be the same idol that we saw here, right? Where is it? Yeah. Looks exactly the same as this, doesn't it? Maybe that's what we saw a second ago, is the kind of alternate, the duality of this, the kind of the other side, the darker side, or perhaps that this religion and such. We have seen them kind of call the future, especially in relation to the demonic events and the God Hand and such. Maybe it is actually kind of not a holy religion. Perhaps they think it is, but it's actually created by like a demon or something. They're actually praying to a demonic source. It does seem to have this like aura about it, doesn't it? So kind of everything does. But yeah, that looks exactly the same, doesn't it? Kind of whirling, and I guess, and that's the Behelit. Yeah, it's almost like a dirty version of that. Interesting. What is this? It's a dead bird. Okay, lovely. Pinned up, almost looking like something you'd see in like a what's it called? The Blair Witch Project movie or something. But yeah, there's the. I'm not sure what this is. Whining into this Behelit. Yeah, this is quite the demonic, quite the demonic photo, isn't it? I'm really interested to see where this is going. Again, these Holy Iron Chain Knights have a lot of potential. So yeah, very excited. Do let me know what you guys think about these chapters down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. Can't wait to get into these. This reasonably short, these binding chain chapter, especially in comparison with the Rosine Jill stuff. But I think there'll probably be more of them in perhaps these this birth ceremony chapters. Revelations, almost very religious, isn't it? All this stuff. But yeah, let's go. Is that the sun setting on the mountain? As the spirits gather. These ones not so cute. These ones not so cute. This ain't good. What are we gonna do? Got to get Puck to fight him off again? What happened to the actual kind of physical, real physical demon comes though? You're gonna get Puck to fight that battle as well. There's not really much we can do in this tiny ass dog cage. And with no weapons at all. This really ain't good. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Conviction Arc Binding Chain Chapter. The Unseen. Just keep an eye on the time. I'm doing my tea. It's going to be ready in about 5 minutes, I think. Gonna start recording again right afterwards, of course. Caged and swordless. And the shape I'm in. What do I do? Here I am. Zupa! Problem solved. Zupa! Oh, he's got the keys! Let's go, Buck. Not sure where you got them. He's a sneaky little small guy, so of course he'll be able to get him, but damn, saving us yet again. Let's go, Puck. Swift Hero. Zupark. Zupark. Oh yeah, he's still around. Come on, we had a lovely moment last couple chapters ago. Puck saved you. I've come to rescue you, Guts. Here, escape with these keys. Good, let me out. What about thank you? What, for every little thing? Even good friends show courtesy. You know what, Puck? I say we keep the keys to ourselves. Look, don't think that just because you've don't think that you've just because you've settled in a guy's bag, you can. Then I shall return these stealing. These stealing is wrong after all. Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, go on, Puck. Just give him back. Thank you. I'll ring him later. Go on then. Very much. Oh, great, Puck. Wow. Go on, Puck. Thank you very much. Oh, great, Puck. There we go. I can't hear you. Thank you very much. Oh, great, Puck. Just pinch and twist. If I must such a bother. If I must, I must. Such a bother. There we go. I've missed the full stop. First aid first. That was sneaky elf there. I do love Puck. Got this really ominous rock right here. Looks like that's Guts coming around the back of his cage. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Oh god. Not looking like they're going to be quite as easy to take down as last time for Puck here. Dora! Man's doing the Jotaro. The Josuke, should I say, sorry. I'll put the hurt on this garbage. There's one scary looking spirit right there. Even for their usual kind of looking selves. But yeah, it looks like they had enough of fucking Puck's antics. Understandably so. Forget about it. The night dwellers, the night timers are a lot different from the day timers. Ah, I see. So these are different in level for Puck. Why didn't you tell me? So I guess that's why Puck was able to take them down so easily. Makes sense now. Makes sense. We haven't really seen Puck be able to do a lot in general in terms of fighting. Very much not the case in terms of looking after people like Jill, for example, but If I don't hurry, I'll lose any chance to get away. What to do? Anyway, got to get my gear back. That's my only outfit. What do you mean? That's your only outfit? I mean, it is, but that and the fact that your arms there and all your weapons. Man's just preoccupied about his outfit. But all my weapons are on it in that bitch's tent. It's a nice name for her. Perfect. I'll take a hostage if I got a little bit of revenge. Oh god. I knew it. He's getting too used to this. He is getting used to this hostage situation, isn't he? He tried to take a hostage earlier. He had Jill as a hostage. Now wants to take another hostage. That dude's obsessed with the invasions, isn't he? He has done a fair few invasions, to be fair. Guts. Pretty much invades everywhere he goes, let's be honest. Not just him, if that makes sense, but like the demons, and that kind of comes along with Guts. He's kind of invading with the demons, if that makes sense. He brings them. Not intentional. Well, I guess it is kind of intentional, but not really. He can't help it. He is a walking demon invasion. No guards? Oh wow. Oh wow. Whipping herself? She's fucking whipping herself. Butt naked. Except she's got legs. So she's got legs on. I think that I was just talking about Guts' arm. She's put her legs on. But no, she's got boots on. As there stands the idol that we saw. Yeah, she's whipping herself in front of the symbol of her god, or the symbol of worship. Yeah. Those things are horrible as well, by the way. As I mentioned last episode, those things are nasty. I think it would actually do quite a bit more damage than that. Well, maybe not. Maybe not enough. A few blows, but give it 10 blows, you'll have skin kind of peeling, I imagine, and all sorts of disgustingness. She's repenting, I guess. Don't know what for. For her actions to Guts, perhaps, probably. She didn't really do anything else wrong otherwise. If you didn't know it was a girl before, there you go. Is that blood? That little specks of blood. On the idol. Damn, fucking hell. What have we here? Look at that. Look at the pain on her face. Fucking hell. Oh, I mean, fair play, punish yourself, whip yourself, but don't whip yourself with these horrible fucking spiky whips. Just use normal whips. That hurts enough. Dear God, please guide me. As the figure of Guts comes up. Not sure what. A strange shot this, isn't it? You! Oh damn, they're just gonna knock her out like that. Just classic Chop. Classic movie Chop, you're asleep. Oh man. Charming, huh? Very. We know Guts has a lot of charisma and charm to him, don't we? He does, but he never does on your first meeting with the guy, does he? Never. As he equips back up, got his arm, the cannon, got the knives from Jadao. You are badly injured. If you push yourself, you'll reopen your wounds. Not quite up to snuff. And again, like I mentioned a couple, was it last reaction or one before perhaps, the people saying about the elf dust. Does this not again just prove that the elf dust is not like an instant heal? He still has wounds and such, and broken bones or whatever. That'd be kind of bullshit, wouldn't it, really, if you just had an elf that could just put his dust on you and you'll be absolutely back to 100%. Doesn't make for good storytelling. As much as it's kind of nice and handy in games, so again, not very good in terms of storytelling. Not quite up to snuff. Lady Farnese, trouble! The Black Swordsman is... You're... Oh, that is one broken jaw. Brutal. Now then. Looks like I gotta take her after all. Wait, look, here. Whoops. Don't you forget this. How rude to my my what? To my Betchy? Don't you forget this. How rude to my Betchy. No idea what a Betchy is. Oh, I guess it's another name for a Behelit, I guess. There's also an artist called Betchy as well. It's quite intriguing, isn't it? It's right next to the idol. Quite intriguing. Fire! It's Lady Farnese's tent. The Black Swordsman escaped. All forces, arise! The flames will spread to the other tents in this wind. Sparkle. Oh shit. I like the fact that they dressed her. Oh wait, no they didn't. Did they just put some pants on her? Oh, she was always wearing pants. Was she? I guess so. Oh yeah, I guess so. It didn't look like it from this shot. But you can actually see the top. Didn't even notice. Apologies. Lady Farnese, how did you? How about clearing the way, pal? You think you can escape in your condition? We'll see. Who says only clergy can burn someone alive? Just watch. I'll light her ass on fire. Oh god. Really, at this time? I'll light her ass on fire. He'd do it too. Probably would. And some of these lines really do seem much before their time, don't they? I'm not sure when this was written, but I can't imagine it's before 2010. Not sure if we can find out. Guess I can have a little Google. Hopefully I won't see any spoilers. 1999, way before 2010, yeah. 1999. So yeah, quite a while before its time. With a lot of the stuff covered in Berserk. Although I say that, it's probably because a lot of the stuff I see after Berserk was inspired from Berserk. Probably why it seems ahead of its time. Taking a woman hostage. Despicable. You know, this guy's a fucking old school gangster. We've no choice. Everyone, stand back. Much obliged. We're going to take one of the horses. Oh, no, we're not. We're just going to create chaos by burning one of the horses. You bastard, Guts. You bastard. Well, at least it shows he's not afraid to burn an arse. Why has he done this then? So he's taken one and then he just created chaos with the rest. How could you? Says little pug. Don't sweat it. Why does this figure here look quite ominous? I mean, just a tent. I didn't even realise it was a tent. I think I'm seeing things. That didn't look like a tent to me originally. It almost looked like that kind of demon fox that we saw a little bit, but not really. I didn't even notice it was a tent or actually kind of fully kind of zooming out and focusing on it. Kind of one of those optical illusions to me. The horses are going crazy. Didn't even see that either. Ah! Quickly, gather up the horses. A colossal blunder for me. We cannot let him escape this way. Who goes? Oh, is this the closed eye guy? Perhaps. Yes. He's got a crossbow. Still a nonchalant look on his face. As usual. I swear. You aren't human. This time you've gone too far. I mean, this time? Come on, Puck. I mean, this time he only set fire to a horse's bum. He's taken another hostage, yeah, but there's been worse. There's been much worse than this. This time. Setting horses on fire. Who do you have to thank for having run this far? A horse. You aren't human. Then apologise to the horse. Sorry, horse. Okay. So long as you... Whoa. Looks like she's woken up. Yo. She's on the other foot now. Shoes on the other foot now. Huh? Don't struggle. If you fall on these rocks with your hands and feet bound, you're dead. Don't worry. We're not going to eat you or nothing. Oh, I'm Puck. Let me off, you bastard. If you think you'll get away with treating me, the leader of the Holy Iron Chain Knights, like this. Shut up. If you keep yapping, I'll have to knock you out again. It just plonks her on the head. Yeah, he is a bit of a softie at heart, isn't he? Well, not really, but sometimes a bit of a softie. Got kind of quite dark heart, but I wouldn't say it's like a fully dark heart. Like I said, there's like glimpses of brightness in there and niceness. When I say glimpses, I mean it happens a lot where he's like saving people and doing good. He's always doing good essentially, but there is that darkness. How big it is, how far it extends, I'm not sure. Like I said, it was quite interesting when we got that kind of fox kind of darkness surrounding Guts. I'm looking forward to seeing again just how far that goes. I imagine it's going to pop up quite a few times throughout the series from here. Sorry, but you're with me for a bit. There are things I need to ask you. It's a disgrace that this apostate could... Apostate? That does not sound like a good word. Apostate. I was like prostate. A person who renounces a oh wow, interesting. Apostate. I never heard that one. A person who renounces a religious or political belief or principle. Abandoning a religious or political belief or principle. Apostasy. Interesting. I'm learning quite a few religious terms. Apostate. Like I say that, it sounds like prostate. Not sound good. It's a disgrace that this apostate could let me off. Damn it. I'd rather fall and die than be subject to your will. Looks like he gives her a little taste of that. That would be fucking scary as hell, wouldn't it? Come on, Guts. Now you better calm down, son. Gah. Nice flying. Ain't there any love in this, man? A little bit. Not much left. Nope. I'm so sorry, miss. My teachings hardly reach him. Oh, unpark. The second time. I'll get him. Burn him at the stake. Looks like you're gonna have to do this a third time, Puck. You're just getting ignored big time right here. Crazy as well, considering you're a little elf, which I imagine are pretty damn rare. I think are pretty rare in the series, aren't they? No, it just doesn't even find you the least bit amazing. Don't you worry about her, Puck. Stop making a fool of me. What are you doing? She doesn't see. Huh? She's not trying to. When it comes to me, to elves, she doesn't perceive us. Ah, interesting. So you're just not there for her. Why is that? Is that because of her religious beliefs, perhaps? Is she purposely not acknowledging him, or is it a thing where she actually just can't? Interesting. Yeah, so it looks like she was saying that to Guts. That's making a fool of her. That's interesting, isn't it? Looks like this guy isn't too far behind. Oh, he's opened his eyes. I always find characters like this quite interesting. Like this Brock from Pokemon, of course, is like the biggest known one. Just kind of really squinty eye characters. What was that about? We're just a design choice, perhaps, but there's so many. It seems I don't know. Holy shit. Holy shit. And now his eyes are wide open. This one here looks cool as hell, doesn't it? I like this one here as well. Say it's a little bit. It looks like this one looks like the giant Freddy in, I think, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, when he turns this giant kind of almost bug-like long Freddy head. Starts eating what's her name? A hell of a shot right there, though, isn't it? And that was the end of the chapter as well. Wow. Probably because I had my tea in between, it felt quite a bit shorter than usual. Conviction arc binding chain chapter, the unseen. And hoping this guy doesn't die. We haven't really seen too much out of him. He's quite a promising character as well. Like I said, he's quite seems like that unexpected kind of badass type character. Or he could just be instantly dead. But yeah, that's a cool as hell shot, isn't it? But yeah, interesting. He just seems like he's not even there in her vision at all. Interesting. Maybe because her beliefs are so in her religion. She has no belief in these elves, which means that they wouldn't, even if they were in her vision, she wouldn't believe it was like a real thing. Perhaps. Not 100% sure, to be honest with you. Again, don't know the rules and the inner workings of all that stuff, do I? But sure is interesting. Hopefully we can see a little bit more of that later as well, why that's the case. Conviction, it looks like they're going past him, which is good. Maybe this guy's going to get a little taste of what Guts has to deal with right here. Night of Miracles. Yeah, they are just going past him. I'd kind of expect them to kind of just kill him as well. Just for the fun of it, if you know what I'm saying. Try and take over his body. But no, they are really intent on Guts. The brand. The horse don't like it one bit. What was that? Good question. Doesn't perceive them? Okay, nice. What's that supposed to mean? How should I explain it? For instance, when humans notice something, it stays in their memory. But if it's something they don't care about, they don't remember, do they? Some people don't notice an elf right in front of them since it doesn't capture their attention. They can't even recall it happening. This is a strange explanation here. When humans notice something, it stays in their memory. But if it's something they don't care about, what is it? She just doesn't care about elves? They never interested her? I mean, even if they never interested her, I mean, it should be a right to acknowledge someone speaking to you. It's something they don't care about, they don't remember. Sometimes people don't notice an elf right in front of them, since it doesn't capture their attention. They can't even recall it happening. Looks like there's an Egyptian dance right here. But that's I can't imagine that would ever really be too much of a case, because they're elves. And humans are fascinated by stuff like that, aren't they? I mean, of course there's exceptions. Like I said, maybe Farnese is just that into her religion and belief in her religion. She's got no belief or interest in anything like this, but even so, it's like, I guess it could be quite like this. There's just an ant, it's just another ant walking, but even so, you still kind of notice it. Doesn't even so far as looked at Puck. Why though? Don't know. It doesn't make much sense to me either. Yeah. Well, of course it wouldn't to you, Puck, but it doesn't make too much sense to me either. For some reason, lots of priests are like it. Like, I almost read the end of the other sentence. For some reason, lots of priests are like that. Not so much in rural chapels, but when I go into big cathedrals, I'm not seen too much. Again, perhaps that has something to do with the religion and their placing of their beliefs. Why does he keep mumbling to himself? And like in big cities, yeah, Farnese really has no idea what's going on here. The old fortune teller lady from the entertainer troupe said, what was it? Oh yeah, those who cling to the rigid world don't perceive elves. Oh, those who cling to the rigid world don't perceive elves. The unmoving, unchanging world, hey? The rigid, hard, stable world. That means she'd have a hard time perceiving the kind of spirits in that case as well. I think. Rigid world. Huh? Even so, being ignored peeves me. Time for some fun. We're gonna tickle her ear. Quit that! I mean, might as well if you're an invisible little man. I love this little look on his face right here. Again, it's so simple how Puck looks most of the time, but it's that effective. It's so undetailed. It's that detailed, if that makes any sense, because everything else is super detailed. Having less detail actually kind of makes it kind of betters the detail on it. Funny enough, makes it more simple and enjoyable and nice and fun. Just a genius at work, really, isn't it? Almost every decision on every panel. Touching my back. Guts! I know. Here they come. My men? Not this time. Not this time. Yeah, they are. They're fast little bastards, aren't they? Look at this guy. I love this kind of cheesy, kind of classic kind of poses and such from horror. And I just find it really, I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for is. Charming is a word, I guess, for it. Horse looks fucking terrified. So can she see these? Oh, it looks like she can, but she can't see Puck. So these guys are part of a rigid world, hey? But little elves aren't. Well, apologies, guys. I've got hiccups now. I'm fine. Huh? Oh, fucking close one there. How close you got to the horse. We slice a few. Must be so hard keeping your balance there as well, especially swinging two arms to one side of you like that. Must be so hard for the horse and for Guts to keep balance like that. Will I last till morning? What? Too dark to see. What's going on? So can she not see these? Oh, she can. Again, this. Do you guys don't find this guy? I mean, this guy definitely not. You don't find some of these guys quite charming in a kind of messed up way. I really do. I feel like It's quite strange. I do, but I don't know. I feel like there's something quite charming about these guys. This guy looks like the Slimer from Ghostbusters. This guy just looks like a kind old man, doesn't he? Kind old Japanese man. Also looks like a bit like a flea. I don't know. I find stuff like this quite charming personally. Look at that. I know it's demonic, but they're not like a nice smile. Yeah, it holds their face. So I think she does acknowledge these. She seems to be, especially here, looking straight at it. Ah. Keep your eyes open. Watch. You won't see this praying to idols. Damn. Slime. He cut right at her. right through that one's head. Bit of a shame again. It's quite a cutie. Yeah, awfully close to her as well. God's putting on a show for us. A miracle on earth. Very badass, isn't it? Just and imagine this shit animated. It'd be so good. So good. Look at this guy exploding in the back here. It's like an explosion, doesn't he? As we just as we swipe through. Ah, crap. If I keep swinging, this horse won't be able to take it. Yep. Does look very frantic, doesn't it, this horse? Understandable, considering what happened when we released them all. And what's going on now. I really like these kind of I can't remember what it's called. But when their kind of spirits are drawn like this. Hey, struggle and you'll fall off. The horse is going crazy. So it's going ham right now. Just full fucking speed. Out and full speed. Full speed to fall. Farnese falls off. Guts saves her, as he always fucking does, like I say. Essentially, he comes down to he always usually does the right thing. And yeah, I mean, again, it's from the outside, when you first meet him, he seems like an awful demonic guy, but he's always doing the right thing, making the right choice, saving the right people, isn't he? And we know that as the viewer. Guts should know that himself, I hope. Yeah, no one else seems to. No one else seems to, ever. Except for, like, a Jill and other certain characters that get really close to him. Casca. The band in general. But why? I told you. I've got questions. I can't have you busting your head on a rock. Questions? Yeah, we got some payback. We got some payback. You're going to tell me why you people follow me around. I love that look. In your dreams, I've nothing to say to an apostate like you. Oh, apologies, guys. An apostate. Oh shit, these wild dogs. Oh shit. This is not good. I mean, it's alright because Guts is here, but I might have to start using that as an insult. You apostate. Can't think of a more pompous word to insult someone with, really. You apostate. Yeah, it looks like we've got a pack of wild dogs, which are quite scary. Not sure what breed these are. Wild dogs. I don't have time to mess with them right now. I don't think we have wild dogs in the UK. Perhaps somewhere in some places, but most of the time they're just kind of, if there is a wild dog, it is one someone's kind of chucked out or something. They usually kind of get saved and whatever. I think America has wild dogs, don't they? But America's got a lot of really cool wildlife. A lot of quite scary wildlife as well, but that's also quite cool, isn't it? Australia. I don't think Australia. Maybe Australia has wild dogs as well, but Australia has a lot of animals. I quite like, just as a normality for them. If some of the animals that were just wandering in America and Australia were like just kind of everyday things, and have to start from now in the UK, things would go crazy, I think. Yeah, I don't have too many kind of cool, just kind of random wild animals around here. I don't think. Well, pretty standard stuff. Nothing majorly dangerous or anything that I've encountered anyway. I think worst I've had is a duck biting my thumb or something. Though I did see a dying deer one time. Yeah, one I find quite interesting. I don't think we have them here in the UK. I can't remember exactly what they're called, but those black and white and grey kind of thieving ones. I can't remember what they're called. There's like a I can't remember what they're called. They usually they have rabies a lot of the time. Quite a few animals could have rabies, but I've got no idea. They're really common, I think, in the US. They're always found like garbage cans and stuff. Such a smart typing right there. American animal stealing from bins. These things. Raccoons. That's the one. We probably have raccoons in the UK, but I've never seen one in person. Maybe once or perhaps, but I'm not sure I've ever seen one. But they seem really kind of accustomed to humans in the US, and again, I've seen a lot of videos of them just at people's porches, chasing kids, stealing from their house, their bins. They seem quite integrated into the system, if that makes sense. So I don't really get much of stuff like that in the UK. Just lucky to an extent, I guess. But again, I quite like wildlife and animals and such, so maybe I wouldn't like a fucking rabied up one of them, but so looks like they're actually they're merging with the souls. I don't have time to mess with them right now. Want me to talk to them? Yeah, that's gonna do a lot, isn't it? But look at this, they're merging with them. Damn. That's a cool shot. Oh shit. Oh, now these are not cute. Jesus Christ. These are some ugly faces. These are some almost Dracula, like 1930 looking faces right here. Jesus. Reminds me of this. Reminds me of this guy's face. Never actually watched that movie, but again, I've seen little clips of it here and there. Horrible. Especially this one here, in my opinion. This one here is something else. There's awful veins, popping eyeballs. I take that back. That sacrifice. No way. You can see all this, okay. Something like this can't happen. That's why. It's called a miracle. Oh, man's looking like James Bond right there. I don't know why. I just feel like this is like a James Bond like shot. Damn. These guys are about to get smacked up. This should be quite easy. Holy shit. Flesh. Give me flesh. Jesus Christ. Imagine that. Just gets sliced and then its head just popping right for you. This guy just squishes it. Again, I love little things like this. like I said, I've probably seen quite a few things like this in horror movies, maybe inspired by this, maybe that inspired this, perhaps. Give and take. What is this? Lezu. Why shy away at the good part? If you're so spiritual, you could at least give me one of those lines. Like, dear God. That would be an appropriate time to be saying dear God now, wouldn't it? That would be an appropriate time indeed. Jesus. Slice through the face. Oh, horrible one, that one. Imagine that. I'd hate that. That'd be awful, wouldn't it? And I've seen a horrible video of some guy getting defaced before. I think I've seen someone's hand be degloved. But the defacing was probably one of the worst things I've seen. I can't remember what the accident was, but I just remember seeing that years ago. It was absolutely horrifying, but and it survived as well. But imagine that! Imagine you getting your face cut off, almost at surface level all the way, and you're still alive afterwards. That's fucked. So painful, so sensitive. That's one of the things that you're probably most scared of, actually surviving a situation like this. I'd rather be like this one and just get absolutely blown away and survive like that. Perhaps. Maybe I'm disregarding the kind of value of life there, but I don't know. It's a hard topic. Oh, and that's the end again? I feel like we were halfway through like a couple pages ago, but oh well. I don't know why, today just felt really short. I've had my fill of miracles, enough to make me puke. And that is the end of the chapters. Again, feel very short. I am a bit limited on time today, so I won't be doing another one, but I think I'll probably have to do another one at some point. Night of Miracles. End. Again, some nice artwork as usual. Like I don't. Do I need to say it anymore? I need to say it anymore. Some really awesome artwork. James Bond looking ass right there. And some beautifully drawn but horrifying looking demons again, especially this guy. I love this one. Little cutie. Doesn't he just look like just give him a big hug? And yeah, Puck was really good as well, of course, as usual today. As usual, like I say, he's one of my favourite additions in this post-eclipse Berserk. But yeah, we'll just go back and have a little look at the chapters kind of structure just before we end. So we've done these two today. Obviously going to do past and future and morning of truth next time. That makes a lot of sense. But then we've got Revelations. Yeah, we'll have to do a 3-part. So perhaps we do that for Revelations. We do all 3 of the Revelations. Then we do Cracking the Blade and A Feeble Flame. And then To the Holy Ground 1 and 2. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Past and future, morning of truth. No idea what they're going to have in store for us. But again, seems like this is going to be... Well, it seems like this whole arc's going to be on the kind of quite religious and looking a lot at people's beliefs, doesn't it? These 3 chapters probably more than most. Cracks in the Blade, A Feeble Flame, which is maybe a feeble belief perhaps in a religion or belief that they have potentially. And To Holy Ground 1 and 2. So yeah, looking forward to seeing this birth ceremony chapters that will be starting off after the next episode. But yeah, interesting to start with this one. Again, some interesting to speak about how people perceive the elves as well. At this point in the story, we've just seen kind of everyone kind of almost notice Puck when he's kind of popped up for them. But first time in these chapters that we've seen don't even, I guess if they don't believe in it, it doesn't show up and they're not actually there for the person, which is very interesting, isn't it? Probably as to why Puck got the keys so easily, perhaps, for Guts' chambers. But yeah, good couple chapters today again. Felt very, very short. I don't know why, but just felt very short. But yeah, never know what you guys thought about these ones down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. Like I said, I'll be back next time with Past and Future and Morning of Truth, so hopefully join me then. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys.